Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to another fantastic week edition of our weekly market forecast with me, Yemi Olaleye, market analyst at FX Pro, and joining with me on the fundamental insights and technical outlook for this week, covering for 23rd of March to 27th of March, 2026. Starting from the fundamental outlook, on Tuesday, we have our impact news, which means that the first our impact news we'll be having for this week, and that is coming up 9:30 a.m. Nigerian time on Euro, which is the German flash manufacturing PMI. Also 10:30 a.m. we have Great Britain pounds coming up with the flash manufacturing PMI, and as well as US dollar 2:45 p.m. coming up with the flash manufacturing PMI. And these are our impact news we should look out for on Tuesday, 24th of this March. On 25th, which is the Wednesday, we have our impact news coming up on AUD, covering for CPI at 1:30 a.m. Nigerian time. And as well, we have the CPI coming up 8 a.m. for Great Britain pounds, Great Britain pounds. And on Thursday, we have just one high impact news, which is the unemployment claims on US dollar, 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time. The Friday, which is the last trading day of the week, we have the retail sales coming up on the Great Britain pounds, 8 a.m. Nigerian time. And those are the highlights of the high impact news we have for the week coming ahead of us. So let's go quickly into the technical perspective of what we had. Last week also was a very good one for us. On the group, we make significant amount of profit, and as well, we're looking for something better for this week. On the weekly time frame perspective on DXY, what is the price actually doing? Last week, we have more of a bearish candle, which is a weakness on dollar price, and as you can see, we're looking forward to seeing more bearish momentum. Based on this momentum we're looking at, whereby we can be waiting to see the price reacting this way before we see extensive buy in the future. I'm talking about we heading up to this level. So this is still the level I'm heading up onto with the DXY momentum. But let's see how this looks like on the daily time frame perspective. On the daily, this looks exactly how we look at it. This is it on the daily time frame. So I can only refine a little whereby it can look like this on the daily time frame perspective, but it doesn't take out the bliss of enjoying a bit of sell momentum on DXY from the current market price to here. So we can now have more bullish momentum going forward from that price level. So if I'm going to put that in the right perspective, I'm just going to box it up like this, and that will be it for me for this week going forward. So on the DXY perspective, expecting a weakness before a strength on the DXY. Going to 4 hour time frame perspective, there's no much difference on it. I'm still expecting a bullish ride, as you can see right here. So there's a high possibility that the price will just jump down, which a gap. We may have a gap down and price move towards here. And encroaching into this level, we'll be looking forward to see more buy from this range. So far, so well, that is the outlook I'm having on the DXY for this week. So let's go forward and let's see what we can do with this information on the currency pairs. So starting with the Euro US dollar, let's see what we have here. Last week was a good one for us on Euro USD. The market moved our way before we had the holiday, so I couldn't check the chart again, so I couldn't update. All right, and on weekly, what do you see here? We have more bearish momentum too. And looking at the perspective, we are looking for more bearish momentum with what we have here. This is a bit rough, but we broke a significant price structure. The market moved back inside of it, but not closing inside of it. And that tells us more about what the price will be doing in the days ahead. So with this outlook, therefore, we have a significant bullish momentum on Thursday, and Friday we have this range a little and ended as a bearish candle. So what are we looking for right here with this outlook? Therefore, on the daily, could we be expecting the price to still buy up to this price level, whereby we're looking at the markets doing more of a buy to a price range like this before we have more sell coming forward for the days ahead? That could be another thing that we should be looking out for on the price. Basically, this is looking bullish with what we have here, and as well, we're looking on the lower time frame perspective to see more insight on that. But let's go to the daily to the 4 hour time frame first, and let's see what we have here. Okay, we have a double bottom right here. Overall, we should be having a sell with the momentum we have on the weekly, right? But with what we have here overall, we have a significant buy energy, and then market retrace a little into a fair value gap zone, which is obvious here, and we're still seeing a push to the upside. So with this information, that means we should be expecting more bullish momentum on this particular one right here. And why would that be? Because at the end of the day, it's about how we see the momentum move. Otherwise, it's going to be I don't want to say it's risky. It won't be much, but let's see the daily time frame once again. Let's see one thing. right from here, if you look at this carefully, we're looking at a supply zone just above, even if we have a good buy. That means we're looking at a price level like this before we have this extensive momentum to the downside. And that tells us more like we're looking for a sell at this price level, right? So if that should be the case, actually, it means we'll be buying and expecting the price to sell from all the way from here down in the future. That is what this looks like. But on the 4 hour time frame perspective, we can't just hit that zone like that because right here, if you check the if you check a trend line, we have a trend line here. Let me just break it down a little bit. If you check the trend line right here, you see that we broke above the previous trend line level, and which means we can be expecting the price to move back into a price range like this. Okay, we can be expecting the price to move into a price range like this. But ideally, will I really want that to happen? Well, it's not about what you want or what you don't. Now, it's about what the market aims to do. So, in my own opinion, personally, what I'm seeing on the chart, it's more like we'll be having a sell momentum in the markets till the price comes to somewhere like here. And from here, we grab more momentum to the upside. So with that being said, that will be my outlook, my projection going forward for this week on Euro US dollar. So mean I will be looking for more of this in the market. So for this week, it is my projection to see a sell into this range, and from there we see a buy going forward. So I can take this out regardless. It's not really much of a thing. I can actually still put it right here. I don't want to lose this entire range. Okay. So I just want to put something here so we can have something to work with. But trust me, this is what I'll be looking forward to see. This is a way better opportunity, is a way better approach for me in the market than to just jump on it anyhow. All right. So for me, this is the outlook I'm having for this week on Euro US dollar. So going forward, I want to see that momentum eating this way. And that is my projection. All right. And on GBPUSD USD, this was also a profitable week for us last week because this also gave us significant amounts of profit. If you check the daily, weekly time frame perspective, we're looking at more sell momentum whereby the price is creating an energy like this. This is the only zone that we're looking at that the market could be coming back into as a discount price level is concerned. And we have a rejection candle right here since January 2026 as well. And it's been selling since then. Ever since then, we've been having rejection back of this zone to break this previous level and ending with two candlesticks that looks alike, like more of a shooting star. That means we're looking for more bearish momentum to create a low to break below here. And that is why I dotted this level to make this level a significant zone for us. So overall, we're looking for more sell here into the price level. All right, we're looking for more sell to buy here on weekly. So let's go to the daily and let's see the opportunity we have there. On the daily time frame, is it looking exciting? Let's see. Not really. Nothing is here on daily. Nothing is here. Too much of a range, tricky and not reliable as such. So going to 4 hour time frame perspective, let's see if you have opportunity. On this one particularly, market has hit a demand zone at some point right here, and it tapped in for a buy, extensive buy that broke a previous structure, but they did take out the previous high level. Let's check it out. It didn't. It didn't take out the previous high level, meaning we might still be looking for more bearish momentum. But before then, could we be expecting more buying momentum in the market? And do we have any level we're looking into? That would be the thing we should be asking ourselves because we can't just jump on this trade without clarity. That means if we find nothing here, that means we're going to a lower time frame perspective. Let's check it out. If you have nothing here, let's check it out on a lower time frame perspective, like 1 hour time frame. So if we're looking at that, on 1 hour, we have something, it looks a bit better somewhere around here because we'll be looking for more buy with this outlook. Therefore, it looks more like we're looking for more buy. So I'd rather be waiting for market to actually pull out for a buy, and I can be using this range as my next reference level. So which means I would be selling from here basically on this time frame. This is not the best of the outlook I'll be looking for, but this is the only one that I'm seeing available right here. So going forward, I'll be looking at this and let's see how the market unfold. Let's see how the market open. Let's say the open bell for the week, and we're going to determine how we're going to move with this by the opening of the market. The first day of the week, I will still analyze this and do a recap on what I'm expecting to see in the market. On the 4 time frame perspective, it is more or less like we're waiting to see the price eating back this level. But logically, there is no zone here for us. Only we have a fair value gap zone, which the verification is not too much based on our checklist. But let's see how this unfolds. And it's going to be a fantastic week ahead of us, okay? AUD US dollar is a fantastic one for last week because it gave us a premium sell, and you can see this was last week candle which I projected it was going to buy into this level before it starts selling. It hit that level and it started selling off later on, and that was about 125 pips. So we're done with that information. I don't need this anymore. So let's check it out on weekly time frame perspective and see what we have for this week. This week has also been showing that we'll be looking for more sell momentum. We have that inverted curve right there, and that is telling you the bullish momentum is ending, and now we're looking for something significant about the sell energy. And with this is a next zone on the weekly time frame perspective where the price might be coming into to check it out. And then let's go to the daily time frame perspective and see what this looks like. On the daily, we just have so much struggle around here. What is happening here? So much struggle. Come on. So we'd rather be waiting and see the price actually break out of this zone. When the price break this out, yes, we can do business, we can sell. And let's see how the price come into a price level like this, because this looks more like a significant demand zone, which we'll be expecting the price to come into. At least we have a fair value gap in between that level before we have that break of previous high structure right there. So with this, I'll be looking for price to react this way. For me, for this week on AUD US dollar, my bias will be sell. All right, I'll be holding on a sell. So going forward, I see this one right here. And also, if I check the 1 hour time frame, I think this one is not so nice. It's too much of data. But then let's see on 1 hour time frame if we have something we can work with on 1 hour time frame. Okay, I'm checking it. I'm checking it. If we have anything, I'll check. If there's nothing, we move ahead. We move to where we have. Okay, now I think we have a zone here on 1 hour time frame. If you check this carefully, we have a zone. We have a previous low level, and we also have a level here, which is a low level. So I'm taking this trend line away so I can do what I want without interruption. This guy right here, can you see it's way below, and we have extensive movement from there. We have the range breaking above later on. Not too nice, not too clean, but it's still a setup that looks that's the best we have right here. That's what I mean. Okay, so on 1 hour time frame perspective, it's more or less we can still work with this zone, even if it's going to be a short-term momentum. Can you see? And you see it's still aligning around this zone, right? It's still aligning. Can you see that? So that means your stop loss will just be a little bit below here, and I'm putting your buy right there. So this is a fantastic one, and you can tell this is coinciding with the previous level we had. I don't have to spend too much on that. A little bit of buy, and let's see how that goes. Let's see how it goes. Okay, this is it here. This is what I have for you for this week. This is the yes, this is the projection on AUD US dollar. We have a very long sell to the downside later on, but for now, let's see how the market breaks out of that zone. When the market breaks out of that zone, we talk again. So, see then. Be careful and throw a caution. Okay, let's see what we have again. On NZD US dollar, nothing much here. I just want to see the price from weekly time frame perspective. What's it showing? It's showing that this is a tricky one, and also we have significant bearish momentum, which looks more like we'll be expecting the price to break out of this low in the meantime before we have more projection. On the daily time frame, very rough too. Range, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell in a weird energy like this. But I'm expecting this low to be taken out. When this low is taken out, we know exactly what else to do. On 4 hour time frame perspective, what are we looking at? It has sold significantly, just like GBPUSD US dollar. And I'm confused if we should be expecting this guy to also move to a fair value gap zone like this, or we should expect it to move entirely into the above range, which looks more like we have this momentum here. But this level did not take out any low. I did this low was taken out, I would look out for here. But that is not happening because we do not have that taking out any low. So first off, let's see how this will work out into this level before we break the previous low. And with that now, it means we'll be selling off from here. Now, I can't tell if we're going to be increasing our risk. This may be too much, but let's see what we can do with this one right here. This may be too much regardless, but let's see what we can do right here. So projection for this week right there is on NZD US dollar. This level tapped into a zone here. So this is not really too nice of a setup, but let's see the open bell. Let's see how it goes, and we're going to talk again from there. The next one is the USD card on the weekly time frame perspective. Do we make money last week? Yes, we did, because we're looking for a buy, and it was extensive buy momentum, right? And then on weekly time frame, I'm still expecting the price to get here. We have more way to go, about 180 pips on average to go on the upside. On the daily time frame perspective, we had significant push. It has not gotten to where we're expecting. So for this week, still expecting more bullish momentum, which we have over 60 pips, and the market can deliver that at any time. I don't know when exactly, but the market can actually deliver that. This is the weekly zone right here. So I'm not really doing any more thing with this for now. This is my immediate zone I'm expecting the market to tap into. On the 4 hour time frame perspective, do we have any zone? This I don't need this zone anymore, please. Just too rough. Okay, so what we have here is very simple. Look at the structure. I'm expecting the price to actually give us a buy and give us 1:3 or 4 right here. And after them, I want to see more extensive buy into the weekly zone because that is where the real money is right now. So if you're sitting on this and you're watching this over the time, this is exactly what we're doing. Looking at the opportunity the market is presenting our own very eyes, looking for more buy here, sell a little bit, then we have more buy going forward because a weekly time frame perspective showed us that there is more money above the current market price, and you can see right here. So we're going to be checking this out later, but this is what I have for this week. Continuation of a buy momentum. And of course, is it possible we have a sell going forward? Well, this is a trend line too. If you check this out, you see this is a trend line in the market as well. And how well has the market been able to react with this zone? If possibly the market breaks below here, what will happen next? Well, if the market breaks below here, then this level becomes a paramount one for me, which I'll be expecting the price to come into. If the price breaks below this level like this, I be waiting, sitting and waiting for the market to create this energy. Then we have a sell later. Then we have a buy that will break above that level. So for me, for this week, this is my projection. And let's see how this works out in the market. And overall, the market may likely still not break this low. And that means we'll be expecting more buy into that range. Just this is weekend and it's always difficult to tell because you don't know if there will be a gap or not. So let's just keep this energy and let's see how the markets move with this flow. All right, on USDJPY, last week it our stop loss here. I saw that later on with that massive projection, okay, and this one is a lost trade. Though we expected a buy at the beginning of the week to some extent, yes, it did. It did, but to some little extent, but not to where we're expecting. So if we have not taken break even, that means that was a lost trade. On weekly time frame perspective, this is what it looks like. We're looking for the price to actually hit this level. On average, we're looking for 200 pips more for a buy direction. And you see that, okay, this is on weekly time frame. On the daily, let's see what it looks like. On the daily, we have extensive momentum on Thursday and Friday, a bearish one and a bullish one right there. So this is looking too tricky, and at the same time, we have extensive. This is more like on healthy buy. So market breaks below it now. What can we be expecting? Expecting more sell momentum if possible. Yes, if possible, we might have the price hitting back this level in the future and in the days to come. If that should be the case, then we can have the price hitting back here. Of course, it can even be here, but I'll prefer to see it here first. And from there to the current market price would be about how many pips in total? About 300 and something pips in total. That is really much, huge. On the daily time frame perspective, on the USDJPY, we should be selling before we buy. That is the idea. So I'm taking this off, so don't disturb me. I'm taking this off, right? Okay, good. So with this information, yes, we did not take out the previous high structure here, even though we took out this low here. And with this, it's like we're tapping into a significant level for a sell, which we talk about. This is more like we are in a premium level. This is a favorite gap zone right there, and that also means we can be looking for more sell from here. That is the meaning. We can be looking for more sell on this one, USDJPY. So it is possible we still have that sell. Not too clear, not too clear, not too sure. So let's just see how the open bell will be like. This is really tricky right now. Like I said, overall, we want to see more buy into the future of this and seeing the price back into this level. All right, seeing the price in here before we have a sell. This is the weekly projection for me. But if you go to lower time frame perspective, we have so much noise going on right there. Yes, if you're an intraday trader, it's going to matter a lot because there are significant amounts of profit. Okay, so let's see how this unfold. Let's see if this will really hold ground for a long time or for a short time. But regardless, if it holds ground a little, we can expect the price to still bounce in here. And from there to the current market price, we give you about 115 pips. So with this, I'm still going to visit this when the market open. But then let's keep this energy like this. So I'll be waiting to see how it delivered this way. And of course, yes, bye. But on 1 hour time frame, do I even have to check it? Let's see if we have something on 1 hour time frame. Ideally, yes, we do. We do have something on 1 hour time frame. This is looking bearish, actually. This is looking bearish. If I'm going to refine this on 1 hour time frame, This is my refinement. This will be what I'll be checking out for on the 1 hour time frame perspective. And going forward from there, I'll be launching it straight into the weekly time frame perspective. So this is the outlook on USDJPY as well. Don't get it twisted. It's all about what the market is showing right now. When the market opens, all of this can no longer matter, and it's misty matter. It depends on how the market open. Okay, USDCHF eventually hit our stop loss too after it delivers significant profit in a sell direction for last week. It gave us about 80 pips before going back there. So I don't believe you will lose this trade. I want to believe you break even. All right. So I'm taking this off. It has finished its work. I'm taking this off. I'm taking this off, and this off, and also this one right there. So what I'm looking at here is very simple. Just waiting to see the price bounce into this daily time frame perspective. When it does, this is on daily. When it does, yes, I want to see more buy momentum. I want to see a sell momentum from here. So currently on the daily time frame, this is what it's looking like. And with this momentum is looking bearish, actually. It's looking bearish. So where should we expect the price to get into? Should the price get here before we start expecting more buy? Yeah, that's more like it. How many pips did I give? This is about 74 pips. This is about 130 pips. But well, it is what it is. Let's just mark it out for what we have seen in the markets. We're looking at this, let's say this way. Okay, on daily time frame perspective, this is what we'll be looking like. On the 4 hour time frame, this is what it looks like. Okay, so if I want to refine this on 4 hour time frame, it is just reasonable if I'm able to bring this at a level and I put it right here. This sounds more, it sounds more meaningful to me. So looking at where the market price is from there, I can easily wait and see the price reacting with this zone like this. So from here, I want to buy. I want to see a sell before you buy on USDCHF. I want to see a sell before what? Before you buy on USDCHF. So going forward for the week, this is what I have here on USDCHF. Then let's check the next one we have. GBPUSD. Not interested. I've said it all along that I'm expecting this level to take out. I'm sorry. I want to tap something here. Okay, good. So this dotted line is the target. I'm expecting the price to hit this dotted line. So I'm not saying anything about this guy. Gravity pounds AUD, not time for you yet. And this one particularly too. I think next week or thereabout, I should be visiting this, but not today. And NZDUSD, this is gold. And let's be honest, gold has really been on a bearish move. Significantly, I gave you a zone last week where I said gold might actually be coming into this range. Do you remember that? Last week was massive because we had significant momentum on gold. It's really moved really well. All right, and let's see what it looks like on the daily time frame. This was the level I gave out the previous week that we should be expecting gold to get into, right? And that was last week, right? And if you check the last 5 days of last week, actually traded as a bearish energy, and this is the level I projected that the price is coming into. And at 4,315, I want to see a buy momentum from there. So my projection for this week remains the same. I'm not really looking at anything else than what I've projected for last week. If you've sold this all through last week, you should be profitable. And then that's that for last week. So for this week, do we have any projection where I'm expecting the price to actually get into? That's the level I've said already. I'm expecting more sell in the price, and let's see how that energy works. This level was taken out, but eventually we have a retracement in the market, and we want to see if the market will eventually buy before we continue this sell. Yes, well, which zone can we look out for? This zone right here looks good for me. I can look out to see the price hitting this zone, and from there, I want to see more sell into where I expected it to get into. So with this information, I think we're good to go for this week. I may not be able to touch on the extra, on the bonus, on the bonus assets today. I guess so. I may not be able to do that. So this is what we have here on the gold. It was a fantastic bearish momentum for last week, and it was good. It was really good. So that being said, let's check if we have S&P 500. Let me just try it. Okay, before then, let's check out BTCUSD. Projection on this one is a buy. I've told you before now it's a buy. On the daily time frame perspective, what's it looking like now? Do you have any momentum on it? Like, as we're looking at this, it's looking bullish. Yes, at the end of the day, we're still having more bullish momentum regardless, because we have that significant level, demand level that is being tested in the market. So we have a retracement right now, and let's see how the market reacts with this zone. But honestly speaking, with this level being taken out, I want to see a buy to this level, whereby we can see a buy to this level. This is what I mean, okay? So from here, we can further see more reaction, and from there, it can take off again and give us that buy energy. So on the daily time frame, this is another zone we're looking at, which I want to see a sell in the future. Currently, I want to see a sell in the future from here. So that means overall, we're looking for a buy on this BTC US dollar. Then on 4 hour time frame perspective, let's see what we have. On the 4 hours, we looking at something like this. Look at what the price has done. Okay, this level was taken out, which I projected last week, and that level was taken out eventually. So that is a good one, right? And with this outlook, therefore, we seeing how the price will actually move to a price level like this. So let's be honest, I want to see the price creating this energy into this structure right there. So if I'm going to refine this on the 4 time frame perspective on BTC USD, that means I want to see the price hitting here. So for whatever reason that something must have happened, I want to see that break out of this structure again. So I'm not saying this will be 1:2 exactly. It could be 1:3. It could be less. But what I'm trying to say is I want to see more buy in the future. See the price gets here to this daily time zone, to this daily price level. So on 4 hour time frame, I'm still looking for more buy on this one right here. Okay, that is that S&P 500 for the sorry, S&P 500 for the I'm coming, please. 75. I don't want to add this to my regular instruments because it's not. I'm just doing this as a as a bonus off. All right, good. So last week we have a sell on this guy after hitting above this level, which must have hit our stop loss. Okay, but then we have significant sell, and my projection was simple. Let's see how this level will be taken out. That level has been tested now. It's been taken out. So what do we have on weekly time frame perspective? Talking of S&P 500. This is pretty much simple. We're looking for more sell. Come on. We're looking for more sell. Let the price get in here. This level, we should be expecting the price to bounce again. But for now, we're looking for more sell here. If nothing is here, at least we have a fair value gap zone we can work with that breaks the previous high structure, which is the reasonable one too. So even if I don't want to use the major level that I see clearly, I can actually still wait to see this movement back into this range. And from there, we want to see a bounce. On the daily time frame perspective, how does this look like? Do we have any zone there to reckon with? Yes, we do. We do have a zone to reckon with. This is a level here. If I'm going to refine this, this is a level here that I can actually reckon with. We have this before this level was taken out. Okay, this is on daily time frame perspective, and you see. So basically, I'm looking at this demand zone. I'm looking at all of this happening, and I'm seeing more sell momentum on this one particularly. So on S&P 500, still be taking a sell. If you're a long-term trader on this, take a sell. If you're an intraday trader, you go to 4 hours, 50 minutes and look for entry. But then if I were you, I would be looking for somewhere like this as well. I will be looking for somewhere like this again going forward. And maybe the price might not actually, but with this rejection we have, the price can actually do it. The price can actually do something like this and give us that sell momentum. And then we have more sell going forward for the week. So the next level we should be targeting is right here. Okay, we have a low here. So the next level we should be targeting should be this low, which I'll be expecting the price to take out. All right. So this is my outlook on this one particularly too for this week. So if I'm going to put this one right, I'm going to box it up like this. And guys, this is my own perspective for the week. If you have anything to do with this, you can do your own research. This is very good for educative content and also to help you to become profitable. And I believe this week is going to be a fantastic one for you. Ladies and gentlemen, share this, comment, and encourage me to do more of this. Okay, thank you very much for watching. It's going to be a fantastic week ahead of you. And hi, myself, trade with proper risk management. And this week is going to be a fantastic one. Keep the energy up. I will see you again. Have a wonderful trading week ahead of you. Bye for now.